Hello, I'm Jackie Nespral. Watch NBC6 on our app, Roku, Apple TV, and YouTube. And here are the 6 things to know. A candlelight vigil held this evening for Kiki Fantroy, the transgender woman who was killed in Southwest Miami-Dade last week. Her family believes gender identity is the reason why she was shot. A 17-year-old was arrested this morning and charged with second-degree murder. He will face a judge later this month when they'll decide if he'll be charged as an adult. Police are looking for a person who murdered a 39-year-old man inside his apartment. This happened at a complex near Southwest 125th Avenue and 92nd Street. Police say friends and families asked officers to check on him when they didn't hear from him. He was found with several stab wounds. A South Florida swim instructor accused of molesting several children appeared in court today. Daniel Diaz Mejia pleaded not guilty to 4 counts of lewd and lascivious molestation on a child under the age of 12. He's expected to be back in court next week on a 5th charge. Police are looking for 2 men who tore through a gas station in Hollywood. Police are looking for the 2 men who they say went on a rampage at that gas station. Officers say the 2 men tried to buy alcohol, but the station clerk refused, believing they were intoxicated. That's when one of them began tearing through the store, knocking merchandise to the floor before walking out. When the clerk tried to get a license plate, the man came back in and took several swings at the clerk while making an even bigger mess, causing more than $1,000 in damage. 3 presidential hopefuls were in South Florida for a panel at the National Association of Black Journalists Conference. The candidates included Senator Cory Booker, Mayor Pete Buttigieg, and Senator Bernie Sanders. Topics they discussed were the wage gap, Medicare and Medicaid, and gun control. This after the mass shootings at El Paso and Dayton over the weekend. The Miami Dolphins kicked off their preseason schedule Thursday night at home against the Atlanta Falcons. The game somewhat overshadowed by the controversy surrounding Dolphins owner Stephen Ross. He's scheduled to host a fundraiser for President Trump Friday in the Hamptons. Critics say Ross's decision to back the president is in conflict with many of the causes the Fins owner says he supports, such as racial equality and LGBTQ rights. Ross is defending the fundraiser, saying he and the president agree on some issues and strongly disagree on others.
The NBC6 First Alert Weather Team, certified most accurate 6 years in a row.
We had another round of afternoon thunderstorms in South Florida on Thursday, but I am anticipating that we'll have a bit of an improvement in our weather conditions in South Florida on Friday as the clockwise flow in the upper levels of the atmosphere brings the influence of high pressure towards South Florida to cut back on our chances for rain and thunderstorms. So a couple of morning showers in the Keys on Friday. Then the morning looking pretty dry for the metro area into the midday. Mid-afternoon, we see some thunderstorms form, but as you can see, this is about the least amount of thunderstorms we've seen on this computer forecast model this entire week. So it doesn't look too terribly busy. I will call for some possibility of rain in the mid-afternoon, otherwise partly cloudy, hot, high near 93 on your Thursday. Those thunderstorms towards the middle and latter portion of the afternoon, but only 30% of us would see that rain. Saturday and Sunday rain chances will be at 40%. That's limited to the afternoon now. That's when we'd see those scattered thunderstorms, and keep in mind, hot temperatures through the weekend, highs in the mid-90s.
Thanks, John. And those are your 6 things to know for today. You can always follow all these stories and get a check on the forecast on the NBC6 app.